underwater. Go. Go.
8-9. Alright guys, so we are doing an unboxing of
and
Mark's Nomad and a comparison between the new Nomad and my Dive Blu3 Nemo.
if you've seen our videos for the underwater, this is the Nemo. This is the system that we've used to breathe underwater. It's a surface air supply system. It gives you about 8 to 10 feet. I mean, the hose says it's rated for 10 feet, but the hose, you know, it doesn't actually stretch 10 feet down. It's more like 9. And we used every bit of it in St. Thomas.
I love this thing.
But I want to go deeper.
Yeah. Mark's always like had the urge to, you know, go big or go home.
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
I'm fine and content with my little 8-9 feet that I go. I'm comfortable at that. He's been always wanting to go out a little bit more, a little bit further, a little bit deeper. So he's really looking forward to using this Nomad.
I ordered it back in June, and it finally came in October. So unfortunately, I won't be able to use it right away just because the water is way too cold right now.
Yeah, so we're gonna unbox it with you guys today, and we're also gonna do a little comparison side by side between the Nemo and the Nomad. Price comparisons, hose comparisons, battery comparisons.
Yeah.
We talk about all that stuff.
It is a bigger system.
Weight, size.
Yeah.
We talk about all that. So
We're going to see how travel-friendly the Nomad is compared to the Nemo, and if it's definitely worth the extra weight and size.
So stay tuned for the unboxing and the comparison.
Coming right up.
To the unboxing.
So, got some boxes. We're going to open those boxes. So, this has actually been sitting in my garage for about a month now. I actually ordered back in June, I ordered the Nomad by Dive Blu. So as you know, we have the Nemo, which is a little guy. That's what we've been using thus far. It's really not that heavy. There's dive weights in there.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah. Or they just think you're really weak.
So what are you about to open?
Yeah, so the Nomad got shipped in 3 boxes. They gave us, like, it came with a bunch of little, like, extras too, though. So when I ordered it, it was, they had they were running a special on it, and you received like a whole bunch of, like, it was a whole kit that it came with.
Okay.
So it came with some extra stuff, which is really cool. It is an expensive unit comparatively.
Especially compared to the Nemo.
To the Nemo, yeah. So this was, I think, $22.49, and that was with the extras too. We are going to open and unbox this for you. This is going to be the first time that we've seen it, and it'll be the first time that you guys are going to see it as well. I've seen, you know, pictures and videos online of it, but this is the first time I'm actually seeing it in person. So this is how, this is how it comes. It looks like it's already in the bag for us, which is nice.
Because then you see how it's put together.
Let's see if we can get that out. Is there anything in there?
Yep.
What else we got in there? Oh, these are the separators for the backpack. Already I noticed that the bag is a lot, it's
bigger.
Yeah, it's bigger, it's a little bit bigger than the other one, so it's a little wider, deeper.
Which you expect because this one has 30 feet of hose, this one
Yes.
has only 10.
10, right. So naturally it would be a little bit bigger. Let's open this bad boy up. Let's see what it looks like. All right, whole bunch of goodies.
Similar setup.
Yep, very similar setup. Wow, it is a lot bigger actually.
So this is your instruction manual, right?
Yep. Instruction, maintenance,
Gotcha.
warranty. So it is nice that it has these buckled straps to hold it into the bag. But that's the unit. That's actually quite a bit bigger than the Nemo. So this is, yeah, a 30-foot hose, but it actually wraps around the actual device itself. And the hose actually seems a little bit sturdier. Feel that?
Oh yeah, the other one was more flexible.
It's a lot stronger.
Yeah. Skinnier too, no?
It is. It does seem a little thinner.
Yeah.
But it's definitely a lot stronger.
Yeah.
Which I guess it would have to be if it were going 30 feet down.
Deeper.
And you're kind of pulling it along. So this is going to be where the snorkel goes, and I think I remember seeing this where the snorkel is a little bit longer than the Nemo itself too. I think give me these little bungee cords, and we're gonna break out the Nemo just to show you like comparison, a comparison on both of them. You'll get to see like what I'm talking about and how much bigger it actually is. All right, so you got your dive flags, depending on what country you're in or where you're diving. This is going to be one we're going to use. This is for overseas. So the black part, the cap, this is going to be the top part. This is going to fit in there like that. Oh yeah, it's a lot taller.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's good though, because I feel like the Nemo was a little short.
It's good though, because even if you catch a wave or something hits it here, your air is not going to be, there's not going to be any water that gets into the air supply. Our Nemo has a little donut that sits around it. It doesn't have it. This is actually a bag that trails behind it.
Oh, really? So this doesn't have the donut?
It does not have the donut.
Oh, I thought that was
Nope. It's completely self-buoyant.
Wow. We found though with the other one it is kind of buoyant too. You don't need it unless there's like waves.
Right. So this is basically an inflatable bag that you can tow behind the Nomad itself. You inflate it. It's actually like a dry bag too. So you can put some of your stuff that you bring along with you, like an extra battery or something. You can throw that in there, strap it up, and then I think it rolls over top of itself, and it's supposed to be completely watertight.
Does it blow up?
It does. It inflates.
It inflates. Okay.
Yep. And then you clip that right to the Nomad, and it trails it behind it. So this is also meant for any type of like real rough conditions where it's possible that this might go underwater, like if you're getting waves over top of it or whatever. This will help keep it
floating.
a little bit more buoyant. I'll have to take a look at this and see exactly how to get the dry storage set up. That's cool. What else we have in here? This is probably the charging cables.
Yep.
Yeah. So here's your power brick. It just plugs into the regular outlet. Then your batteries plug into there. And they have a different connector than they used to.
Really?
Yeah, it's a different battery pack.
You put it on?
Yeah, so obviously before you put the breathing hose or breathing tubes together, you're supposed to put the flag on. You take the breather cap off and you slide this through. Now there's a little black elastic strap in here that you're going to want to get the tube through.
Inside?
Yeah. Otherwise the flag has a tendency to slide down.
Oh, I see.
So there's a little black elastic piece right there that the blue tube is going to slide through, and that's going to help keep the flag righted so it doesn't slide down.
I think I got it.
They're trying to feed it back.
Try. But you need to finish the dinner. Want to eat that chicken? I don't eat this. You didn't eat any carrot.
There we go.
I got it.
Yeah, you got it.
I did it first.
And there you have it.
And it's higher, and I like that.
It's a lot higher, yeah. So now it's easier seen.
Yeah, the other one sits about like here, I think.
Yeah, it's low. It's definitely a lot lower.
But people always say it. Nobody's ever had any trouble seeing the Nemo. I feel fine in it.
Yeah. All right, on to the next box. Actually, let's start with this guy. This, I'm assuming, is the batteries. So here's your Nomad battery. They really wrap these things up good. Much bigger, a lot bigger than the Nemo batteries.
Much bigger.
Now these are set to give you enough time, like I think it's 45 minutes. 45 minutes underwater at like 30 feet.
That's pretty good.
As opposed to the Nemo, I think the Nemo was like an hour.
Yeah.
Hour to an hour and a half. But if you're not doing 30 feet, if you're not diving 30 feet, it will last longer. So that's I guess just why they say.
You already know it's another battery. I wouldn't open both.
Now we're gonna take them both out though. This should be the extras.
Alright.
This should be everything extra that came with the Nomad. Alright.
Give me a paper. I think I can handle it.
Alright, so they sent us extra charging cables.
That's always good.
Yeah. These are able, I mean, if you have like a regular outlet in your vehicle, you can plug it right into that and you can charge the Nomad. Oh, they sent us a dive belt.
Ah, look at that.
Another charger. Wow, actually they sent us 3 chargers.
Why? Do we have 3 batteries?
3 batteries, yeah.
There's a battery in here already?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So does the battery come with the Nomad?
The Nomad, yeah.
So a battery comes with the Nomad.
And we got 2 extras.
It was that extra that like...
Nope. Well, that was one of their specials that they were having.
Oh, okay.
So just because of when I ordered it very early on.
Okay.
They threw in, like I said, a couple extras. I guess, yeah, it was the 2 batteries.
Mm-hmm.
Plus they gave us spare air.
What's that?
Spare air is basically because we're going to be diving, well, I'll be diving 30 feet. It's a rescue bottle.
Oh.
So it actually, just in case something happens and you run out of air or that the battery dies and you don't realize that it died, you have spare air.
Spare air.
That should last
Genius.
about 5 minutes underwater.
There when you need it.
Yep, that's it. So we just have to fill that up whenever we go somewhere. We're just gonna have to fill that up.
You could fill this yourself
Yeah, you have to. Yeah.
with air.
Yeah, well, compressed air, but yeah,
Okay.
they give you the.
How do you do that? How do you fill something like this with air? I thought it was something that you could do it by yourself.
No, it's not like I'm gonna get a hand pump
Like,
out and start pumping this thing.
like
No.
catching the air. No.
Compressed air, you can get at any dive shop. You have to take the air out of this if you travel anywhere. If you fly,
Yeah.
any flight, they're not going to allow you to carry this filled. You strap it to your leg. You strap it. Well, you can strap it to the mount, the chest mount, but it's gonna get in the way.
Mm-hmm.
I'm probably going to carry it either on my leg or on my belt. Now we will we'll bring up the Nemo and do a comparison for you to show you the difference in size and all the major differences that there are with it. This is Angela's Nemo setup. Great thing about this backpack is that you're able to strap other stuff to the outside of it. I have a battery pack over here. That you can compare to this battery pack. A little bit of a difference.
A lot of a difference. Like these could be like two easily.
Yeah.
But you're
Crazy.
going 2/3 more deep, and you're only half the size of the batteries.
Right. Another surface air supply system, but much more compact. It seems to be a lot more travel friendly too. But you're just not going to go to any real depth.
No, you'll go 10 feet, probably around 8 feet by the time you get that lag from the hose and the pulling done.
Yeah. So this is all still set up from the summertime when we were using it.
Yeah.
But as you can see, it's not as well kept as the Nomad is. It still has all the same stuff. It has the air hose. You can pop the cork out of there. There you go. But as you can see, a lot.
Different. Way different. And the price is different too. There's a big comparison.
The price is a lot different.
So something like this will run you about what?
$7.99, $8.99.
And then this with
Depending.
with that special order,
About 22, yeah, $22.50.
2,200.
So yes, this does cost considerably more. I haven't used it yet, but I know it's going to be very similar to this. The operation is all going to be the same, and I'm going to go through that with you in just a minute. However, this is going to get you to a much greater depth. So 30 feet, I'm very excited to go there.
I'm fine with 10. I'm good with 10. I'm comfortable at 10. He always wanted, I wish we could do more. I wish there was longer hose. And then they came out with this, and that's what was his deciding factor. It was just the fact that he could go a little deeper.
This is probably the last stop before I get scuba certified.
Okay.
Now keep in mind that, and I just pulled this card out, keep in mind that Nomad does have, and they do recommend that you take a class, their own class, on the proper way to use these.
So what they do is they give you this paper, and it just says basically they want you to read and understand the Nomad. This came with the Nomad, but the one comes with the Nemo. They want you to understand the owner manual. They want you to read and review it.
Yeah.
Make sure you know exactly how to work the device before getting into the water. Also, they want you to complete a Dive Blu3 NOMAD online dive training course, which is, they said they could be found on the back of their warranty sheet.
Yeah, they direct you to a website where they actually give you some proper training on both of these units and what to do and how to handle yourself underwater if you've never done it before.
Yes, and this is in no way that. This is more of an unboxing and a showing you the comparison between Nemo and the Nomad.
Right.
This is not an online course. This is not something where we tell you how to do it.
No, absolutely not.
And we haven't even used it yet, so this is not that kind of advice.
Follow their online instructions, go to their course, take their course if you guys end up, purchasing one of these things. I can tell you from experience with this, it is a very simple, just about anybody can use it, but you really do want to make sure that you're safe under there because things can happen that you wouldn't expect.
Right, especially if you're wearing a weighted belt. It's also really important to remember and keep in mind that's on. And there's always a safety release on that as well because you do sometimes need it to get down and to stay down, especially breathing underwater.
Yeah, right. We see the comparison. There's two totally different sizes, two totally different weights. This is actually fairly light.
Yeah, this is.
This.
I could do one.
I mean, it's still actually really light. It just.
Okay, no. It's pretty heavy. It's probably double this.
It's probably about double the weight.
So this is more like a vacuum. This feels like a vacuum hose.
Yeah.
This one is more like
It's coated.
really sturdy and
More rigid. All right. So the battery compartment's on this side with the black door. You just basically slide that up. Okay, that comes out. And then down below, there is a compartment for the battery.
And here's the Nemo's compartment for the battery.
Yeah. So it already has a battery installed. So you got your cable connection here. There's a little rubber grommet on the top of the battery. Let's read, shall we? Always remove water from cap before placing them back onto the connector. So yeah, you want to make sure that there's no water around the battery connections when you do go to connect the batteries.
No. Well, no, they want to make sure there's no water in the cap when you flip it back over and put it back on.
Right, yeah, that's true. Okay, take that out of the way. Battery slides in on the bottom. You line the pins up. It's actually
Four pins.
It's 4 pins, but it can only go one way because there's a clip on this side, which lines up with connector on this side.
Okay.
So you just plug it in. And that's it. It turns on. Slide your cap back on. And make sure that you have, obviously, your flag back. But that's it. And then you are ready to dive.
Let's show how we put the battery in the Nemo. Because it's pretty similar, but just a lot smaller on a smaller scale with no sliding cap thingy.
Okay. So this is your battery pack for the Nemo. Comes with a dust and water cap. You take that off, put it in a safe place. Don't lose these things. They're hard.
Yeah, see, the other one was connected, right?
Yeah, the other one's connected by a rubber cap.
Yeah.
You're basically going to slide the battery in first. Make sure the cork's out. You can't have the cork in there.
Off.
There's a little rubber cork in the breathe hole. Slide the battery pack in.
2 prong.
2 prongs, yep. And it goes in one way. Same thing. There's a thumb screw right here that you tighten that down and you're good to go. Slide the battery pack in.
Flag goes in.
Flag goes in and you're ready to go. Yeah, I wouldn't breathe too much into
No,
it.
I actually don't want to like that, right?
Yeah. Does it work? You gotta turn it on. So there's a little adjustment. There's an on-off knob on the side of the, on the side of the
Right here. Little knob.
respirator.
It's like a watch dial of
Yep.
hair.
It's on and off. That's all it is.
It doesn't sound, I mean, it kind of sounds like that in the water, but
it does. It vibrates a lot.
It does. It vibrates.
You can hear it while you're under there.
And other people can hear it, which is good too.
Yeah.
People around you. So always good to have some noise, like, you know, kind of. Why is yours just flowing?
I don't know.
Oh yeah, and then you can push this. What is the point of this though?
So that's actually evacuation valve. So if you get water into the mouthpiece, you press and hold the blue on the front of it. You press and hold it, and it'll actually force air through the hose, and it'll push all the water out of the.
So that's in case you like put it down and it's in the water, and
or
it soaks
if it comes out of your mouth while you're underwater. In order to clear it and get it back into your mouth without getting a mouthful of water, you press and hold this, and then put it back into your mouth.
Yeah, it does.
They look like they're
Actually, yeah,
exactly the same.
They do look like the same mouthpiece.
So the Nemo and the Nomad have the same mouthpieces. Hey, I guess if it's not broke, they'll fix it, right? It is air travel friendly.
It's
so
your carry-on.
Just like this, yeah. Just like the Nemo, the Nomad is going to be compliant for most airports.
So we took one Nemo to
St. Thomas.
St. Thomas.
Yes.
Those first couple videos on our channel was using this Dive Blu3 Nemo. The
And
Nomad, we haven't touched yet.
We didn't have any issues carrying it on either.
No issues at all. The dive belt, they had to
The
check.
dive belt, yeah.
And that was about it, right? They just
Yeah.
wanted to check those weights out. Those, I guess it's lead, right?
Yeah.
They had to check that out. Both time on the way back and the way there.
Yeah, it's not even an issue because they didn't give us a hard time about it. They just had to look at it.
No, yeah, it was
So
basic.
both of them, yes, they are travel friendly. You will be able to carry this on your back. You'll be able to carry both of them on your back with ease.
What about disconnecting the batteries and everything? Like,
Yeah, after every use, disconnect your batteries. Make sure that you take a dry cloth and clean the inside of the connections, just to make sure there's no water in there. Charge them after every use. This way you have a full battery ready to go.
And just to be clear, there is no on and off switch. It's once you hook up the battery that it's on. Once
There
the battery's out, it's off.
Is an on and off switch.
What is that?
That's connected to there. So you always want to keep that in the off position.
Okay. So this technically is your on and off
That's
switch.
your on and off switch.
This is the power supply.
Correct.
Cleaning. Let's talk about that.
Salt water is highly corrosive, as you know. After every use, you're going to want to rinse these things down with fresh water. Make sure you get it in every possible nook and cranny. Do not get water inside these holes, though. Make sure that when you take the flags off and the air holes, that you put the rubber stopper back in there, okay? Tap it down, and then you're good to go. You can wash the entire thing. It's obviously because it's submersible. I mean, these are meant to get wet. They're sitting in salt water while you're underwater. Rinse everything down, especially the mouthpiece too. The mouthpiece has the switch itself. There's an air sensor in there, so you want to make sure that you rinse everything off. Try not to get too much water in the hose itself, and if you do get water in the hose, make sure that you just kind of drain it out, let it run out. You're better off holding it upside down and spraying water in it like that.
Right, you don't need water to go all the way through the hose and then all the way out.
You definitely don't want that. But if you have any questions, by all means, ask us.
You're about to find a gold bar with this thing.
Oh, I can't wait. I'm going to find a shipwreck. That's what I'm going to find, a shipwreck. Yeah, and I'm going to find a gold bar and be like...
And I'll be like with my Nemo, finding like pull tabs and...
Nothing.
Actually,
No,
I found a
gold
gold
ring.
ring, yeah.
So...
We always have fun with the Nemo. I'm excited to get back into the water with it, especially that beautiful clear turquoise St. Thomas water. We'll see if we get there.
Angela's never going to find me. I'm going to be lost at sea underwater.
You better come back. Alright, so that was a pretty good description of what the Nomad and what the Nemo does, what the differences are between them, and the price point between them too, which is a big deal because it is pretty... that gap is pretty wide.
Yeah. Really depends on what you guys are going to be using it for and what you're going to want to use it for.
Yeah, and if you're interested, like for me, the Nemo is perfect. Like I wouldn't go with the Nomad. The price is a little too much for me, and honestly, like I don't need 30 feet. 30 feet is too much. I'd much rather stick to 10. I'm comfortable at 10. Mark thinks there's better stuff deeper, so he wants to get down there.
Yeah.
And he's very comfortable in the water. So for me, the 10 is fine. The Nemo is fine.
Personally, I feel a little restricted by only like 8
Yeah.
to 9 feet of hose. of air hose. 30 feet, I think I'm gonna be good. I think. And if I'm not, I'm gonna have to get a scuba tank.